Day. So I'm reading this book, and I'll tell you about the book in a minute. But in the book, it's so amazing. And for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Danielle Patterson Winningham, former JP Morgan Chase Vice President, Master Life and Master Business Coach. And I'm not here to start no controversy. I'm not here to start no foolishness. I'm here to wake you up. I'm here to wake you up. So just hear me out. So I'm reading this book. Hey, Falasha Day, love your title earlier. Hey, Camila. Hey, Sandrine, Audrey, Emma, Tiffany, Linda, PJ, Ashley, Tangela. Let me go ahead and get him out of here real quick because he's crazy. Oh, thank you, Tamira. I love my MAC lipstick. Hey, Lovely Shay. Hey, Kina. Hey, Bess Garcia. Hey, Mickey, miss you, Sid. Hey, Nedra. So, if you haven't shared the video, share the video. Hey, Adon. Some guy's been in my videos looking for you, Adon. Hey, Angela. So, I wanted to have this discussion because I want to get you guys' feedback too. But I'm reading this book called 10 Pillars of Wealth. Hey, CRCW. Hey, Alto V's, Samira. And thank you guys for sharing the video. I'm reading this book called 10 Pillars of Wealth. And he talks about how the entire wealth of this country, thank you enough money for the super hard, is built on, and welcome back, is built on people who work. Sound familiar? He talks about, and his name is Alex Becker. And he's like some 30-year-old dude, and he's a multimillionaire. But he talks about how all of the wealth in this country comes from workers. Me, you, anybody that has a job. Hey, Tamla. Anybody that has a job. And so in my mind, that sounded a lot like slavery. I don't know about you. But if you think about it, prior to slavery, everybody was literally their own boss. There really wasn't such a thing. And this was before the Industrial Revolution. There wasn't a such thing as, too many jobs. You worked your farm. You sold your eggs. You sold your milk. If you were a blacksmith, you put the shoes on the horses. If you were a woodworker, you sold your chairs. If you grew fruit, you sold your fruit. There wasn't so much of you might have had the little general store manager. Bear with me, y'all. I'm going somewhere with this. And again, if you haven't shared the video, share the video. You may have, been able to get you a little job, sweeping a little flow at the little general store. But for the most part, every man was his own boss. And your family ate and survived based on your work ethic, right or wrong. And really the only rich people was royalty. Everybody else, we were okay. Weren't really rich, weren't really poor. And so here comes the Industrial Revolution. And of course, the Industrial Revolution was built on the back of slavery. Right? Right. That's how we used to do bargaining. And what else did we used to do? Bartering. That's where bartering came from. And so here comes the Industrial Revolution. And then here comes the abolition of slavery. So who do you get to replace the slaves when you can no longer make us work for free? You got to convince people to work jobs. And that is why every day, millions of people go to jobs that they hate. They go to jobs that they absolutely hate. How many of you hate your job? Say me. They go because we've been conditioned to work a job. Hey, Helen Phillips. Hey, Auntie Helen. We have been conditioned that we can't do any better than a job. And according to the author of this book I'm reading, Alex Becker, he says that until something dire happens, most of us are going to cling to that job no matter how bad we hate it. And I would hate to think that. I would hate to think that you can't look at your current position. You can't look at your current job and say, I'm going to work my way out of this job. Hey, Taria. And so this, like I said, this is a wake-up call more than anything, that millions of us sit in traffic, go places where we're underpaid, go places where we're talked crazy to, go to a place where we hate our coworkers, and we do it over and over and over. And we won't even try to do anything different. So I got a few points today. Number one, everybody used to be their own business owner. So there's nothing wrong with you. Even if you don't own your own business, even if you got a little piece of job, where is your backup plan? Did everybody catch that? If you caught that, say me. It's okay. You got a job. Okay, I get it. But where is your backup plan? So if your job looks at you with the side eye tomorrow and say you got to get up, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get up out of here, what do you do? What's your backup? And the majority of us have not allotted for a backup plan. And that's unfortunate. And Tanya said it happened to her. But there, you proved his theory right, Tanya. You got sick. You got sick and had to come off your full-time job. He's saying that people will not come off their full-time job unless something dire happens. So everybody used to be a business owner. Then the Industrial Revolution came. Slavery was abolished. They had to replace the slave with something. And so they sent everybody to work. Right? Number 3 is most people hate their jobs. They absolutely positively hate their jobs, and they know they can do better. See, Tamla, you had to get laid off to do something different. See, he's proven his theory right. Most people have to get laid off, fired, reduced in force, hours cut to even think about being their own business owner when it's just so possible. And then we don't even have a plan B, which means 100% of your well-being is in somebody else's hands. 100% of your ability to feed your family, 100% of your ability to pay your bills, 100% of your ability to move to the next level is dependent upon somebody else who has favorites. Let's talk about it now. Anybody ever experienced favoritism at your job? Hey, Kimberly. Anybody ever experienced favoritism at your job? Just say me. Hey, Sarah Cook. Anybody ever experienced just hate your boss jealous of you? Anybody ever experienced coworkers hating on you because they jealous? See, we subject ourselves to that because, watch this, y'all, we won't spend as much time and energy on our plan B as we spend at a job. If you would ever, and this formula will work for anybody, if you would ever spend half of the time on your plan B that you spend at a job, you'll be able to walk off that job in a year to 16 months minimum. PJ said she got fired for driving a new car. Not surprised. Not surprised. So we have to say, where did this penchant for a job come from? And the truth be told, we are taught to work. How many of you were taught to work? Hey, talent attorney. How many of you were taught, get a good job and stay there? Get a good job and stay there. Because we bought the lie. We bought the lie. You can't make us work no more. So now you got to pay us. But guess what? We're going to show you a few material things. We're going to let the bank give you a little piece of car. And we're going to let the bank give you a little piece of house. And we're going to show you how you need a job to get a house. And you need a job to get a car. Hey, Colleen. I told you it's going to get deep. And I got some questions for you guys. So we were taught to work. It's not necessarily your fault. We were taught to work. The question then becomes, because I've told you guys, and I showed you the report from Forbes talking about the median wealth of Black and Latino families being zero in the next 36 years. Right? The median wealth of Black and Latino families being zero in the next 36 years. So my question to you now is, what is it going to take for you to get started? What is it going to take for you to be committed? And what is it going to take? What is it going to take for you to do something different? Because basically what he says in this book, the 10 pillars of wealth, and I've been saying it, I just wanted to make sure that I was right. That's why I stay reading. Basically what he's saying is if you get started and you stay consistent, it won't be long until you're able to be 100% your own boss. But he said most people won't get started. Most people won't be committed. And I found that very, very sad. I found it very, very sad. And he said, let me tell you what else. And I'm actually having a virtual book launch party at the end of the month. It is a 100K vision board party. And the reason I'm doing that vision board party, and the party is going to be free if you buy a copy of the book. I'm going to talk about that, Tanetta. No, you don't just start because you never run a business before. Why would you jump out there? That's another thing he talked about. People that have never run a business jump out there and just try to run a business. And then when it doesn't work, he's like, well, they're like, oh, yeah, I told you so. Let me just go back to my job. Right? No, you don't just jump out there and just start. Because if you don't know how to get started, how do you start? And again, if you haven't shared the video, share the video. So he said the number one thing that is missing. Anybody want to know? Share the video. I need to get 5 people to share the video, and then I'll tell you what's missing. I'll wait. I'm going to tell you what he said. The number one underlying reason. Nope, not community. Okay. Oh, they sharing. They go 1. They go 2. Okay. They go 3. Okay. Thank you, Don. All right. It's belief. Hey, Sharonda. It's belief. Thank you, Simply Miss Beanie. Thank you, Nicole Nene. It's belief. We believe that a job is our salvation. We believe that Darius done come out the stands throwing bricks. Darius done come out of the stands. Oh my God. I so love my family, y'all. This man say, you are extremely fat. Darius done come out the bleachers and hit the troll in the back of the head with a brick. I did not see that coming, Darius. We believe, we have been taught that a job is our salvation. And so, because we've been taught that, right, we no longer believe that we can work for ourselves. It's the entire belief system. See, whatever you believe, you can achieve. There's this quote that says, if you believe you can, or you believe you can't, you're right. So, yeah, we used to believe in job security. Some of you still do, because if you didn't, you wouldn't be there no more. I'm going to repeat that. We see jobs not being loyal day in and day out, but yet we do nothing about it, because deep down inside, we still believe in that job's ability to feed us more than we believe in our own ability to feed us. So I'm here to tell you today that you are able to feed yourself. Can I get an amen? I'm here to tell you today that with the skills you have, you're able to not only survive, you're able to thrive. And until you start being able to see that one thing for yourself, until you start being able, hey Ricky, to see your own freedom, until you're able to see your own greatness, your own talents, your own gifts, your own intellect. Because I'm going to go back to what I've been telling y'all. Henry Ford was just a man. See, you look at the Ford car and you forget that car came from a man. And the way I heard it, I don't know how many of y'all else heard this, Henry didn't even invent the design. He didn't even invent the design for the car. All he did was industrialize it. He made it so they could be mass produced. That's what I heard. Okay? You look at Hilton, the hotel, a person, Walmart, Sam Walton, Deuteronomy 8 and 18. Tamala, I say it every day. We have the power to create wealth. I hope somebody hears me. If you can hear me, let me see an ear. Hey, Gary, I miss you. Yeah. Here's the thing. You got to start believing in you. You got to start believing in your next level. I have a book. If you haven't received my free ebook, go to bit.ly/codeblack-web. This is a code black, y'all. And a code black means stop living your life in the red. That means stop living your life in debt. That means stop living your life indebted to a job. That means stop living your life barely making it by. That means that whatever you leave to the next generation, if it doesn't include the ability to generate revenue, you have done them a disservice. See, John Trina, that's why you hire a coach. John Trina said, what if you don't think you have any skills that are marketable other than being a good listener? So that's why you hire a business coach, John Trina. Because I know people personally that make $250,000 a year being a good listener. Do any of y'all believe that? Do you believe that someone could make $250,000 a year being a good listener? If you do, say me. I'm going to show you. I'm not by myself. If you believe someone could make, hey, Jewel, $250,000 a year being a good listener, say me. Because good listeners are so rare in the world. Everybody's so busy running their mouth. Everybody is so busy running their mouth. So a lot of people don't have anyone, and especially rich people. A lot of rich people don't have anyone to talk to that are not biased. A lot of rich people don't have anybody to talk to that's going to keep their secrets. A lot of folks don't have anybody that's going to listen to them. They're so busy listening to everybody else. So here's the thing. You can't try to figure it out by yourself. The question becomes, will you invest to get access to what you'll never have if you never invest? We talked about you don't know what you don't know. You don't know what you don't know. And so you have a skill and you don't know how to get money for it. But you know it's a skill. Thank you for the Super Hearts Life Giving Slayer. But you don't know what you don't know. And so at some point you got to say to yourself, look, I'm tired of this current existence. Exactly, Clarice. A lot of rich people are surrounded by yes people that are going to say whatever they want them to say. So I want you to think about today. And again, if you haven't gotten a copy of my new book, The Little Black Book of Money, and it's two simple steps that I need you to identify that'll get you on the road to thinking about yourself as a business owner. Go to bit.ly/codeblackweb, CODEBLAQWEB. Problem when stuck in a job and have to pay bills is very hard. Everybody's been there. Everybody's been there. Everybody has been stuck in a job and got to pay bills. So number one, quit making them damn bills. Everybody has been in a job. They got bills to pay. Stop making bills. Go make some extra money. Do whatever you have to do. People come from other countries and do it every single day. Every single day, people come from other countries and within a year or two have amassed more money than most of you sitting right here, right now. Why? Because we sit and talk about it, but we won't do it. We sit and talk about it, but we won't do it. We know our financial situation is not where it would be, but we won't do it. We won't do nothing. We sit, we complain, but we don't move. We don't move. So get the book, get the webinar that I did Saturday, bit.ly/codeblackweb. But I'm about to do it's called a 100K vision board party. And let me tell you why I'm doing it. And this is what he said in the book. Until you can actually wrap your mind. It's not a job coach. It's a business coach. That's what I am. Right, Tamla? I talked about that yesterday. Until you can actually wrap your mind around how much money is possible for you to create, you can't create it. I'm going to tell you the story that he told. He told a story about how he got out of the military and he was flat broke, right? And because he was flat broke, it made him do whatever he had to do in order to grow his business. And so as his business started to grow, he got a job at a marketing company. But he said, once you get a taste of working for yourself, and he's right. Tequila, could you go to a job right now?
No.
Once you get a taste, a ski taste of working for yourself, you can never, ever, ever go back to anybody's job again in your life. You can't. I couldn't do it. And what happens is, and even if you had to go just temporarily, even if you have to go just temporarily, you don't have any bread, you don't have any milk. Okay, I'm going to go to the job for just a little bit. I'm going to go for a month. The very first thing you're going to do when you get enough money is you're going to start building your own business again, and you're going to get right back out of that job. See, once you know you can create wealth, I'm going to go back to what Tamala said earlier and what I said every day. Every day I show you in the Bible, Deuteronomy 8 and 18, it says we have the power to create wealth. Why are you not using your power? If you have the power to create wealth, every day when you wake up, if you believe this, see, I'm going to show you how to do it, which is going to close the gap in what you know to be true in your belief system. That's where the gap is. The Bible says it, so it must be true. But because you don't know how, you have a hard time reconciling what the Bible says and your belief system. So I'm the middle piece. I'm the missing link. I'm going to show you how to do it regardless as to your idea is tying shoes, whether your idea is making cookies, whether your idea is already existed out there in the world somewhere. I'm still going to show you how to monetize it and create your own level of wealth. And once you start to make that first $5 and you see it's possible, then you'll make 10 and you see it's possible. Then you'll make 100. You see it's possible. 200. It's possible. All you have to do is invest and do enough work that you start to see the fruits of your labor. And when you start to see the fruits of your labor and you say, okay, I get it. The harder I work on this plan that I got from Coach, the more money I make. And the less I work on this plan that I got from Coach, the less money I got. Nothing new under the sun. Tamala, my grandma used to say it all the time. Nothing new under the sun. But what we've got to do as business owners, and if you commit to this, say me, we've got to stop trying to find our way to the next level by ourselves. It is a tax deductible expense to have business coaching and classes for your business. If you commit to that, say me. You've got to stop trying to find your way to that next level by yourself. By yourself. At some point, you've got to say, okay, the difference between what I'm not making and what I should be making might be found over there with that person. Let me invest. You get your money right back. Do you know how many other people, you right on time, Falash, today, are building their businesses on the backs of the government? Jay-Z talks about it in his song, Dear OJ. He talks about it. There are a lot of other people building their businesses on the backs of a tax-deductible expense. Why not you? And the fact that you don't know it. How you think I build my business? All of that stuff you get for your business is in some shape, form, or fashion tax-deductible. So why would you scrimp and save and go without advice, go without tools, go without marketing support, advertising support, when it's tax deductible? Why would you? It doesn't make sense. Hey, Kenya. It doesn't make sense. So, guys, you got to say to yourself, I want to exchange my job. No, what replaced what replaced slavery was jobs. Since you're jumping in here being nosy, that's what replaced slavery is jobs. Mm-hmm. No, jobs aren't better. No. Jobs to me are just another trick. But I wouldn't have known that, girl. He gone. I went on and blocked him. I wasn't going to answer no more of his questions in my video. Bloop, bloop. You gone. Everybody say bloop, bloop. Lydia, coaches are tax deductible. Workshops, conferences are tax deductible. Marketing, Facebook ads are tax deductible. You need to get you an accountant. Somebody say bloop bloop. He gone. He gone, y'all. Just that fast. You ain't finna ask me too many more questions. Have you a seat and listen? He done missed his blessing. Bloop bloop. That's the sound of somebody missing a blessing. You got to come in here talking slick, not quick. Bloop bloop. He gone. So is that making sense what I'm saying, guys? We used to be our own business owners. Somewhere along the way, we got afraid to be our own business owners, and we've got to get that back. So anyway, you too, JoJo, go get bit.ly. I did an amazing Tore the House Down webinar about your next level as it relates to money this weekend. Go to bit.ly/code, CODE, black, BLAQ web. Get your copy for free. And I'm coming up with another book. I'm releasing another book this month. And if you buy a copy of the book, you get free entrance into my 100K virtual vision board party. Why are you doing a 100K virtual vision board party, coach? Because until you can see yourself making $100,000, you won't. Until you know what you're going to do with $100,000, until you claim it in the spirit, it will not be yours in the physical. There is not a person on here that's not capable of generating six figures. But guess what? You selling God short and you selling yourself short. But Black Wall Street shouldn't just be in Tulsa. Black Wall Street, White Wall Street, Latino Wall Street. Baby, take care of your family. Wall Street. Hello? While we worried about black this and black that, take care of your family. Thank you, Georgia. You can't save everybody in the world. You can't. You must save you, and you must save the people in your household. Then you move on, and you save the people in your community. Then you get a little broader, and you save the people in your city. Then you get a little broader, and you save the people in your state. But before you save anybody, you got to save the people in your own backyard first. And that's what the United States don't do. We be all overseas with supplies. Miss Jersey, let me tell y'all something about me as a coach. You said you clean very well. That's one skill you got. Coach can take that one skill and turn it into any level of business you want. If anybody agrees with that, say me. Because y'all have seen me do it. You've seen me take a job that was like $10 an hour and show you how to stack it so you can make unlimited money. Baby, I'm super good at what I do. I'm super good at what I do. And then so you got to say to yourself, Miss New Jersey, am I willing to invest in her services? Because what I don't do is show people how to make more money for free. They still saying me. Over on Facebook, they still saying me. So what you got to say to yourself is, okay, I'm going to invest in her services. And you may initially say, oh, I can't afford it because I only clean houses. Well, if you clean one extra house a week, could you afford $77 a week, $99 a week for 16 weeks? That's a question you got to ask yourself. And I've spent more than that for a longer period of time to get where I am. So I know what the sacrifices look like. I know what the catering looks like and the serving looks like and the gift baskets look like because, ooh, boy, we got us one. Somebody say bloop bloop. He say whites are superior. SUPIROR. Bloop bloop. He had to go, y'all. He talking about whites are superior and couldn't even spell it right. Bruh. Bloop, bloop. He had to get put out, y'all. Somebody say bloop, bloop. He had to get put out. You need to at least do your spell check before you run up in here with that foolishness. I'm just saying. SUPIROR. And you can't even spell. But you superior. Boy, bye. I'm going to spell something for you. BOYBYE. Boy, bye. Hey, Keita. I'm just saying, if you did not get your free copy of the Little Black Book of Money and the webinar that I did this weekend that goes with it, you're missing the opportunity to shift your finances and shift your generational wealth. bit.ly/codeblack, So the question becomes, how would you live your life differently? How would you live your life differently if you made 6 figures a year? If you made $250,000 a year? And until you're able to start seeing that that is a possibility for you, you continue to go to a job. So everybody that buys a copy of my new book is going to be invited. And if you've never been to my vision board parties, baby, we ain't putting fake houses and fake men on paper. We get to the root of your psyche. Because in order for a vision to be plain, did he say write the vision and make it plain? He didn't say make a picture board. So we're going to get to the root of your psyche and talk about what it is that you really, really want. Hey, Miss Body Wraps. And we're going to keep you focused on that. So that, hey, Rebecca, hey, Valisha, so that when the going gets tough, they actually do, Dundee. You're absolutely right. He says small-time business owners do $300K a year in the first decade. He's absolutely right. I did double that last year. So, yeah, we're not going to just put fake houses and men on a board. We're going to put a plan of action for you to start to assume the belief that you can generate revenue. And then you have to say to myself, I'm ready to invest in that next level. I'm ready to do something different. And let me tell you the story that he told that broke my heart. And I'm talking about the book 10 Pillars of Wealth by Alex Becker. He said that most of us started out in an oasis in the desert. And little by little, the oasis started to dry up. Talking about your jobs. So at first, bloop, 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 bloop. At first, these jobs look good to us. Hey, Shirley. And after a while, the things that attracted us to that job started to slip off the radar. And that's for a reason, because your job is not your assignment. You were put there to pick up some ancillary skill or, hey, Mary, to find some piece of information. But you were not put there permanently. You weren't. And Split a Dutch, I got something that tells you how to do it. Go to bit.ly/codeblack.web. CODEBLAQWEB. It's the 2 steps you need. Just two. The 2 thought processes you need to start your own business or to grow your own business. Dundee, I used to think it was that. It's more than drive and dedication, because you have to have a level of strategy in there. You do have to have a level of strategy in there. Drive and determination, let's talk about it. So if you got drive, and if you drive into the wrong location, that didn't help. And if you're dedicated, but you're dedicated to the wrong cause or the wrong target or the wrong idea, then that doesn't help. So there has to be some level of strategy to it beyond the drive and determination to make sure that you're on the right path before you mash the gas and drive to that location. It's just like GPS, right? So without GPS, how do you know you're driving to the right location? And many of us, and see, there's people to help you with that split of Dutch, including me. And many of us don't know where we're driving to, so we forget to, we refuse to get into the car. But the truth of the matter is, there's driving school. Can I get an amen? Hey, Brenda, there's driving school. So while you may be sitting there saying, I refuse to get in the car because I'm not going, why don't you look at it and say, there's driving school. Let me go get a permit to run this business. Let me go get a student driver to help me so that I'm not running into poles out here while I'm trying to run this business. Why don't I go out here and invest in somebody that's already got a business while I'm trying to run this business? It just makes everything so much easier. Just makes everything make sense. So I gift you that two-step process in my book, The Little Black Book of Money. It is free. Right now, it is free. Right now, it is free. BIT, somebody put it up for me on Periscope and Facebook. bit.ly/code CODE black BLAQ web. bit.ly/code CODE black BLAQ web. So guys, something to think about. Something to think about before that 100K vision board party, because I can tell you one thing certain and two things sure. Once you are aware of your own earning potential, can't nobody else tell you nothing. Once you are aware, it's like Louis Vuitton. I don't know, thank you, Kim. I don't know how much Louis used to cost, but now they're very unapologetic for their rates. You either pay it or you don't. Why? We know the luggage is going to last for a century or more. We know these things about the luggage. So we've put a price on the luggage. I'm not going to tell you what are the two things. Go download the report. We put a price on the luggage. You're welcome, Tiburon Bay. That reflects how we know how valuable it is. And they make you value it too. Just food for thought. There's so many haters in the world. Bloop, bloop. It really is. So, guys, I'll be back later tonight. If you've not grabbed that copy of the report and the ebook, and I'll have more information on that virtual H&M. It's called 10 Pillars. 10 Pillars. 10 Pillars of Wealth by Alex Becker. And he basically said that everybody is sheeps. And until we stop being sheep, we're going to be broke sheep. Very much so. I'll see you guys later. Love you. Thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to grab your copy of the free ebook and training. bit.ly/code CODE black BLAQ web. And you know, I just don't want to be a sheep anymore. I don't want to be a sheep anymore. I don't want to keep making any other people rich. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. And you got to say to yourself that I'm done with it too. Love you guys. I'll see you later.